Hi, this is Bill Prater. Welcome to Supercharging Business Success. Our mission is to provide you with timely and hard-hitting resources that inspire, promote, and accelerate your quest for business excellence. Now, today's episode is Finding Your 1,000 True Fans in Just 7 Minutes with Ravi Jayagopal. Now, Ravi is a full-time entrepreneur, 7-time author, speaker, podcaster, business coach, and amateur ventriloquist. His podcast is subscribeme.fm, where he talks about digital marketing, creating membership sites, and online courses, and how to sell, create, and deliver digital content, content marketing, creating audio, video, and PDFs and reports and Kindle books. He's been selling online since 1967, and he's the co-founder and co-developer of Digital Access Pass, also known as DAP, arguably, in fact, I'm a long-term customer, so I can say this is true, the best membership plugin for WordPress. Subscribeme.fm is where you can listen to his podcast, check out his products and service, and contact him directly. Ravi, thank you very much for being here to talk to us for a short time.
Thank you so much, Bill, for having me. I appreciate it. And I love talking to somebody who's as passionate about their audience as I am. So honored to be here.
You're good to go? You're ready for the 7 questions?
Let's go. 7 minutes. I talk too much, so feel free to rein me in. I'll try to give as much value as possible.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I will do with your green light right there is I'll from time to time tell you, so you don't have to worry about watching the clock. I'll say, hey, Ravi, 3.5 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. I'll tell you that a couple times. So you'll be right on schedule. The timer has started. First question is, Ravi, who's your ideal client or customer?
Somebody who's trying to sell, to create, sell, and monetize digital content, whether it's audio or video. So they're trying to create courses or podcasts. They have a lot of skill and knowledge and experience with a certain subject. They're niche experts, and they're trying to create something. And now what next? How do you sell it? How do you deliver it? How do you get traffic? How do you build an audience? How do you monetize it? That's what I specialize in.
Now, you gave me kind of a list there right at the end. So question 2 would be, if you were to get all that distilled down into one problem, what is that one problem that you solve for people?
Delivering and monetizing digital content.
Excellent. So what is the kind of the typical symptom or emotion or feeling that my audience might have in their gut and stomach that would tell them, I've got the problem Ravi just told me about?
Usually they know how to create a lot of different types of content, but they don't know where to get started. They don't know what to do with it after they've created, whether it's a PDF or a podcast or audio. They're able to record. Creating audio or video is easy, but next step is, how do I put it on a website? How do I make sure only authorized people access it? How do I give access to it only after they've paid? How do I sell my digital products? How do I then, once it's launched, where do I find an audience? Who's going, I can't just go and spam my existing social Facebook feed over and over again. So how do I find an audience? So building an audience is probably right there with how to create, sell, how to create, deliver, and monetize digital content.
Now, I know we're sitting at 5 minutes to go. I know that you work a lot with entrepreneurs and small business owners, and a lot of them will say, okay, that's great. I'll just do it all myself. So I know that's one problem, but what are some of the other problems, Ravi, that people typically make when they're trying to solve the problem you just articulated?
They don't know where to start. So the research analysis paralysis is probably the biggest thing. They start joining different Facebook groups. You ask one question about, say, something as simple as, where do I host my podcast? You will get 200 comments where 100 of them will be suggesting different options, right? So you don't know whose recommendation to trust, because everybody is telling you what they know. It may not be your best option. So like you said, if you try to do it on your own and try to outsource or crowdsource your business advice, then you'll go wrong a lot of the times, because you are going by what somebody said, and they may not have done the enough research. They may have gone by somebody else who told them that. So you need to follow people who have been there, done that. And that's why I'm able to offer business coaching services and software and products and everything else. And it comes with coaching and community and everything else. So you don't just need a solution, you need the right solution and the right time, and also to tell and know what you should not be doing, because sometimes you as an entrepreneur, there's always this shiny object and you tend to go down all these rabbit holes. So staying focused on what needs to be done.
Ravi, I love your saying crowdsource the options. That is a beautiful thing. May I borrow that? May I use that? I love that terminology. That is a great point. So here's my next question. We're sitting exactly halfway through our 7 minutes. So what single valuable free action would you suggest to our audience that they take? What's the first step that will take them the farthest distance down the road between wherever they are now and getting to the solutions you gave us?
Figure out your niche, what niche you're going to go down in, because people there's one thing about what you're interested in. Let's say it's gardening, but is it feasible to build a online business around gardening? If you know enough about gardening, that's great. So you can't just pick a hobby that you're good at and think you can make money with that, right? So just because I can play ping pong or pool in my house doesn't mean I can be a professional or teach people about it. So you have to know what is your niche, what is the one thing, what is your superpower that people are always saying, wow, you're so good at this. So try to figure out your niche. What is it that you're really strong at? And then start putting out content to build an audience from day one.
So I know that I've listened to you in the past, and I know that people get frightened sometimes when you say, don't do garden, do tomatoes, don't do tomatoes, do brown tomatoes, and don't do just brown tomatoes, do how to harvest and sell them. So what's your advice to people that get scared of getting too narrow?
The beautiful thing is, when you start really narrow and what you're really, really good at, you start with an audience, right? You start attracting the audience for that super sub niche. And then it's always easier to go inside out. You start small
good.
And go wide, rather than say, I'm an expert of all things, this niche, and then you get called out because you said something that somebody who's an expert
That's beautiful. That's a great answer. Great answer. So now I know that you've got something all cooked up in your mind. So question 6 is, what valuable free resource have you thought up that you could offer to our audience here? And then what website would they go to find it?
So I want you to do something really good for your audience. So if you go to subscribeme.fm / Ravi's Books, RAVISBOOKS, right? Subscribeme.fm / Ravi's Books. You will be taken to the Amazon page where it shows all 7 of my Kindle books that I have written.
Okay.
And one of them, of course, was written in 2007. That was my first real paperback. So ignore that. So other 6. There's 3 about podcasting, 1 about Alexa flash briefing, 1 about membership sites, online courses. So pick any one of those and send me an email to Ravi, that's RAV as in Victor, I, at subscribeme.fm, and send me and tell me, hey, Bill sent me, I want this ebook for free. Send me an email. I'll give it to you for free.
Wow, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, let me ask you this one final question. We got 28 seconds, plenty of time. So what is the one question that I should have asked you, or you hoped I would ask that I didn't? What's the question, and what's the answer?
How do people deal with overwhelm, right? Especially as digital. I'm not going into the regular life aspects of it. Just as a digital marketer, there's so many different things, right? There's you need to create content for social media. You need to create for Facebook and Instagram and this and that. You need to create a podcast. You need to how do you create a YouTube channel? How do you build an email list? So there's so many things. My website, my landing page, Google Analytics. There's so many things. How do you prioritize that? So I would say make a list, get a to-do list like Todoist or Microsoft To Do, which used to be Wunderlist. So make a list of all the things in your to-do list. We are talking only about your website and online business. Make a list of everything, and just don't worry about, there's 200 items. Just let's say you can think about doing few a day, 5 a day. So to-do list,
5 a day,
yeah,
okay.
whatever, how much ever you can afford to spend one by one by one. Prioritize them. Once you've made the list, right, the first thing is to brainstorm everything. Oh, I need to create a landing page, I need to create this sales page, I need to create this pricing table. So start with the sales page, so you'll know all the questions that need answered. You'll form your thoughts, you'll script out everything. That'll give you more ideas. So use a to-do list app, as well as a mind map software like Xmind, and just brainstorm ideas. Then take that whole list, put it into a to-do list, reorganize them, drag and drop, make a priority, then just put your blinders on.
2 to 5 a day, 2 to 5 a day.
Yeah.
Ravi, that was spectacular. I really love that last answer. So look, everybody, Ravi pretty much hit this on the button. And that is, in closing, we all need to remember we have to focus on a single fact, and that is that businesses do not become extraordinary in a single instance. They get there as a result of the owner, you and I, learning and applying a proven combination of the right mindset, a dedication to a system of management, and leveraging high performance teams. Thank you very much, Ravi. Thank you, listeners. Great to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate it.